Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone, this is Dani. Welcome to my channel, Dani Tries a Ting. It's good to be back. I hope you've missed me. Today's video is to discuss my 8th month on Etsy, the results for my 8th month. So the month of October 2023, how did I do selling print on demand, digital products, and some physical products as well. Let's see how I did. I think this should be a pretty concise video, but in the event that it isn't, I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, let's go. Let's see it. For the month of October 2023, I had 497 visits, which translated into 4 orders, a conversion rate of 0.8%, and a revenue of $116.44, and that is in Canadian. Okay, I know I try not to be defeated. I really don't want to put that energy out there, but I gotta say, running this small business is hard work. You know, it's not specifically something that is passive at all. How do I put this? I set out with the intention of tapping into my creativity with this business, and it's doing exactly that. The conundrum is figuring out the monetization. How do I get people's likes on social media, for example? How do I get that to translate, or like support? How do I get that to translate into sales, right? I think the marketing is where I need to do a lot more learning. I did set up an E-Rank account. I think I told you that last video as well. And so I have been spending a lot of time trying to really target my search engine optimization. I feel like the issue I'm running into is the niche that I'm into is so niche that even in looking at the research backed by E-Rank, the amount of people searching for those terms or searching for those things, it's like a pretty small percentage. So I think maybe that, for example, is one of the conundrums. So then I'm having to branch out into other niches that maybe could also fit the market. So for example, if we click on my Etsy marketing and search engine optimization, it accounts for 8%. Interruption from post-production, it's actually 3%. I made a mistake in the video. 3%. Bye. Of my visits. So again, it's still not super high. So I think I just have to continue playing around with the different terms and which ones I'm prioritizing at the beginning of my listings, which ones I'm prioritizing at the beginning of my description and at the beginning of my tags, because those are the ones that are going to sort of take priority ultimately. I felt as though I had some success in October, and I was so high off of that success, and I was really hoping that I would be able to duplicate those efforts in November. But for one of my videos, it got flagged. It was a paper doll. It was a paper doll that was not fully covered, and so my account got flagged. And then after that, I felt like I was back to 200 view jail again. And I was really making the effort to post almost daily, and so that has been hard. But that said, I do feel like the little audience that I'm garnering is one that is really excited about the things that I've made. So for example, I've had customers that have been repeat customers, so they've bought from me 2, 3, 4 times, you know. So that has been really heartwarming and exciting. I've branched out into more physical products, which is something that is unexpected. I really was going to focus on digital, but now your girl has been making stickers. I've been making stickers. I've been making gibbets. I've been making air fresheners. Listen, your girl has been making all kinds of physical products. So that in and of itself has been interesting. So liaising with manufacturers, showing them the design, and then having to tweak everything depending on like the nature of the goods. So, you know, for example, some of the things being like this small. So how then do you pack all the designs? How do you edit the power of the edit. You know, another thing that I really wanted to talk about was like this current moment with everything that's happening in Palestine, everything that's happening in Gaza. I feel so strongly as just like as a human, as a Black woman, as a mother, as a Canadian. I feel like there's so many layers in which I'm 100% able to connect to the people in Gaza and the oppression that is taking place, the genocide that is taking place. And I'm bringing this up in this particular video because I wonder, how do people who are running their businesses, how do they make sense of advocating for what is right? How do you choose as a business, as a small business especially, to share your views? And especially when you see something that is horrific that is happening through your social media, through your screens, your television screens, like how are you then consuming this, and how then do you operate, or how then are you able to operate? Because for myself, I have found it to be very crippling, very confusing. There have been many efforts that I've tried to take to try not feel so helpless. So, whether it is disseminating information on social media, whether it's going to protests, whether it's like having difficult dialogue about what's transpiring, boycotting, etc. Whatever falls within my power, I have attempted to do. But that said, life is still continuing. I still have to be a mom. I still have to show up for my kids. I still have to do all these day-to-day duties. And so as I think about my business, what does that look like and what does that mean? And, I also start to get into deep questions about like what work is meaningful. Am I creating work that's meaningful, or am I creating things that can actually have an impact? And sort of how do I connect it with the current moment now, and how am I helping with the present moment? So I would love to hear your thoughts about it. What is your stance on how politics enter into the sort of business space? All the capitalist businesses that have been thriving, that are very definitely proclaiming their side, and so much so that they are silencing people for speaking out. As a business owner, what are the practices that you are going to employ, or that you are choosing to employ as we navigate this time? Because the future will not be the same. The world's eyes are opened now. And so is there a space to distinguish and separate your business from your politics or your beliefs? Or do you feel like you are compelled to have them both intertwined and to sort of live your truth in everything that you do? Just to further explain it, it's sort of like I feel very strongly about this. And so on my personal social media pages, I'm very vocal. I'm sharing the information. I want it to spread far and wide. And then on my business page now, it's like trying to figure out how to weave my work that is more so, again, nostalgic. It's like playful, touches on Caribbean culture, Blackness, how to interweave that with my politics, my beliefs, what I stand for as a human being, and so it's not so much about wanting to be quiet on the business side of things. It's more so trying to figure out, how do I share the message? Like, there still can be a strategy in how the information is disseminated ultimately, But yeah, I just wonder how each of you are feeling. Like, do you feel like you have this moral responsibility to also like advocate, using your business as an opportunity to advocate for what's right? Do you feel that moral sense of obligation, or are you able to sort of separate the two? So if you have any comments, please leave them. I am all ears. I want to hear. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I gotta say that, you already know. Again, like I said, free Palestine and all the people that are in Gaza right now. I hope one day in this lifetime we will see that you are free. I really, really, really hope that. We have to remain persistent. In any case, that's all for my video. Politics, business, Etsy, how that all works in a moment such as now. It feels like such an odd, surreal moment, but it is this moment that we're in. Thank you so much for being here. If you're still listening, I really, really appreciate you, for real, for real. And then I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Bye, y'all.